Hello Stampers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I wanted to show you another fun technique card with the Prairie Grass stamp set, which is an online exclusive and such a pretty silhouette style stamp set with some nice sentiments. So I actually made two versions of this card. This card I used, now I can't even remember what it's called. Basic beige and, oh yeah, basic beige, and then this is in the vanilla cardstock. I kind of like the beige better, so that's what I went ahead and did for this video, but you could do either. It depends on if you want the colors to look a little more muted or to pop a little, but we're going to go ahead and do this card today. So to do that, here's a piece of basic beige cardstock. It is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I used the H block. Hopefully it's still available for this technique. And I'm going to use this. It's a little bit splattery. You have to be careful doing this. And the colors I used were Timid Tiger and Crushed Curry, which I thought made for a really nice fall kind of sunset color. So I'm going to take the Crushed Curry and I'm going to put ink directly on my acrylic block. Stuck. There we go. A good amount. And if you notice, I'm doing it upside down, and the reason for that is because I want to see what I'm doing, because I don't want to mix my colors. Well, actually, I don't know if I did that. This one I'm doing upside down, like this. And I'm just going to put that line right up to the stamp pad. And you always want to start with the lighter color first. That way, if you do mix it in, at least you're not mixing dark colors into light. All right, so Timid Tiger, Crushed Curry. And I'm going to put that here. And I'm going to take my Stampin' Spritzer. These are great. You don't really want to skimp and get some other spritzer because it doesn't have as nice a fine mist as, at least the ones I've tried. I've tried several. This one is really the best, and they're really not that expensive anyway. So I filled it with water. Some people use alcohol. I tried alcohol. I like the water better, so that's what I did. So I'm going to get it good and wet. It's completely covered with water. And then you do kind of want to dry off your mess before you put your cardstock in. And here it is. Oh, I want to do the yellow down here though. And you can kind of blend it if you want just by tipping it. I'm going to quit yakking and get this on here. And then you want to press it really good and press out the air bubbles. There's going to be some white spots over there, but it still looks good. So now it's pretty wet, and you don't really want to stamp on it right away. I did stamp on this one right away, and it's I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's a little bit blurry down there. The black kind of turned green. So this, believe it or not, will actually dry and look like this. So you can take your heat gun to it if you want. I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to go ahead and use this one now. Because you want it to be super dry before you take your next step, which is to stamp the Prairie Grass on. And I'm going to use my Memento. I just re-inked my pad because I feel like the last time I used it, it was not real good. So that's one of the really nice things about Stampin' Up! Pads is you can buy re-inkers. And that looks really nice and covered. And you want to make sure you center it. I'm giving it a good push. It still is a little bit. It's not as good as I would like. You could use like a foam pad behind it. I don't see one at my fingertips, but sometimes that gives you a crisper image. Or you could even use your Stamparatus if you have one, or a stamp positioner, and then you could get a second pass. I'm going to try to dry this one and do it again and see if I can get a better image. It is interesting to me how it dries out as you dry it. Like, see how the color's changing? It totally lightens up. All right, let me see. I must always have, here, this will do. Let me try it with this and see if this does a better job. This is like the foam matte. I don't even know if it's in the catalog or not anymore. Even though this is a rubber stamp set, it's just not giving me the image I like. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right, so I thought I would fiddle around with it, and I wondered what it would look like if I embossed it. And I thought that was interesting. So there's another possibility. I did forget to do the sentiment, which on this one I put, "You're not alone, I'm here for you," which is nice if you have a friend that's going through a difficult time. It's a really nice sentiment to give them. And I put that on Timid Tiger, which is at 8.5 by 5.5, and take my bone folder and give it a nice crisp edge. And like I said, there it is embossed. Here it is straight up. I kind of liked it straight up and not embossed, but it's totally a personal preference thing. This was the Birchwood embossing folder. Maybe if I'd used a different one, I might have liked it better. I don't know. It's hard to say. Sometimes you just have to play around and see what looks best to you. In this case, I think I prefer it not embossed. And there's the finished card. It's just, isn't that gorgeous? I just love that. It looks like a sunset or maybe a sunrise. Red sky at night, sailors are that. I don't know. It could be sunset or sunrise. Sure turned out pretty. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment. Have a great day.